Right, sure.
All right, Pete. We got you just run through the fairway.
Yeah, I'm up here now. My situation, I'm going to be aiming out to the left, and I can certainly carry over the first bunker and I won't get a little second lot.
Yeah, I think the third bunker up on the left there where the magpies are, it's about 185, 190 metres into the wind. So the further up you can get up that left side, as I said, even if you do happen to be in the light rough, you have a really, really good angle to that green up there. So you're playing a 3-wood there, Peter?
I'll play a 3-wood, and that's exactly what I say. Aim where you're saying, right out there on the...
Terrific.
I got 3 birdies if I get those ones.
Indeed. And no damage done. The ball's below your feet as we could see there, so it wasn't an easy shot. But I think it's worth having a go with the 3-wood off that lie. The alternative was to go back to an eye, but I think that's a good play playing the 3-wood.
Yeah, no, margin error was there. Yeah. And, I'd certainly like to have hit it better, but the lie was a bit tough off that downhill lie.
Indeed.
So, Jake, I tell you what, that was great advice, Phil, you gave him there. Look, he's just short of the bunker. And these bunkers are deep, you wouldn't want to get in them, would you?
Well, you're not going to get to the green from them unless you're a world-class player, and that's the thing. And even hitting anywhere from 80, 90, 100, or about 130 metres out into the green with the amount of spin you're going to get on the golf ball. And Jake and I were just talking about this hole here. You can feel the wind getting up there a bit now. And my philosophy is the front half of the green has almost a false front. So what happens when you get on the green, if you get any sort of juice into the wind, it's going to come back down and can be up to 50 metres short. So it's good to go the extra club, and then you won't have to jump all over it. Take a bit of the spin off it, and I think you'll find that this will work out pretty well.
The other thing is, while we're just here, the strategy on this golf course, which Peter Thompson and Mike Woolridge designed, this fairway bunker here for the third shot, you've still got a big carry to carry over these next lot of bunkers, haven't you? So the idea is a good smart play, keep out of the bunkers.
Very much so.
Yeah. Okay, Jake, show us, what club you got here, buddy?
6.
6 iron, okay, and how far have you got?
160 yards.
160 yards, okay, well...
I'm glad to see someone else talks in yards, Peter. They're not all our vintage. It's nice to see the young blokes talking in yards. There's obviously got aspirations to play in the...
Well, Jake's getting organised, he's hunting scratch. He wants to get to the American side of the world.
Oh, yeah. Good, very good.
Oh, that's that beginner golfer, so that's no problem. You hit a fantastic shot, you can do it again.
That's why golf's such a great game when you're having a social round. It's not about scoring.
Now just a second, Jake.
The golf course and learning.
Just a second. So you drop that ball down. Let's just play as if you're playing in a tournament.
Yep.
Pick the ball up. You're not allowed to do that. You're going to play this as a provisional ball for a lost ball.
Yep.
Okay. So you hold it up approximately where and just behind where you were with the last shot.
Yep.
And just drop it down. You might as well practice the way you're going to play if the scorecard's in your hand. Well,
I saw that one down.
Yeah, saw that one, so that'd be fine. We'll get a pitch and a putt. So what do you think about that, Phil, with that situation? Do you think, Jake, if he's played that shot, what would you suggest he needs to do to play a better shot than that?
I think as Jake plays more golf, he'll realise that everything doesn't have to be at 100%. Can back it off to about 85% just to work on your rhythm. That's all I'd be working on with you. Technique's pretty good, but I'd like to work on that rhythm. So getting it a little smoother.
Yeah.
There. Just a nice, smoother rhythm.
Yep.
Yeah, rather than have the big muscles turning on all the time. So when you're shooting a green like this, and shooting basically means that as Peter takes aim with the laser, he takes a reading from the top of the pin. And in this case, what's your reading there, Peter? How many yards, or do you talk metres?
I'm 129 yards.
Okay, to the top of the pin.
The top of the pin,
And your factor, it's very slightly uphill, maybe 3 or 4 degrees of slope up there.
yeah, I think probably 135 yards.
135 yard
Yeah,
shot.
and then the breeze is worth another 10, about 140, 145
So is
yards.
that a 7 or 8 iron for you, Peter?
I'd probably play just a solid 7.
Good, good.
Like you said, rather than jump all over an 8, I'd rather hit a solid 7. And of course, as you said, the false front of the green, it's much better to be up there. Push it a little bit.
Should be on the green though comfortably. It's on the flat level of the green. At least by having the extra club, it made you get up to the top edge of the green, which is good. I'm going to go and play my club shot with the same club because I feel that breeze has got up a little bit more. Even though I'm just a few metres in front, I still think it's the right club.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Now, Phil, before you spoke about picking a target well above,
Yes.
why is that?
Good question, Jake. What I like to do, rather than look low and look at the pin only, I'm looking up above the pin. I'm trying to hit picture the ball flight.
Yep.
So I'm imagining it's a big circle up above the pin and a bit left of the pin in the sky, and I'm trying to hit my ball through that circle. So I'm actually really trying to hit my ball up, and I'm thinking of the trajectory the ball's going to go on. And I've got a 7 iron here. In fact, I'm looking at the yellow tree behind the hole. We're going to hit the ball high above that.
And a beautiful shot it is. Perfect.
That should be comfortably on the green, well away from the false front.
Yeah, and nice sweet hit. You didn't force it either. I noticed that.
Didn't try and force it and try to work on balance, have a balanced finish, and that's something, Jake, you'll get to as well when you learn to just use maybe a 3/4 or not actually your full power, and you'll have much better balance after you hit the shot.